Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. And it's been a long time, but finally Rogue has come up in the list of options. Way at the bottom of my list of most recently played, so Rogue it is. If it ever loads. Hello. Okay, you're bad. That doesn't work on my hero power as far as I know, so you're bad, so you are actually not bad. You are 2-2 for 2 who gives me a card, so mission accepted. Anytime now. What the hell, Blizzard? Like, I know it took a long time to update the game, because you were, like, having updates. God damn it. Just friggin' function. Anytime now. Less sparkles, more, like, actually working. I really like Tidehunter. On the other hand, having a Behemoth might not be bad. 10 mana is so much, though. He doesn't do that much for 10 mana. Let's just take the Tidehunter. Try and get some fat things that are like, oh my god, just load. This is a tough row. Assassinate is really good to have. South Sea Squidface is pretty darn good, too. I think I have to take an Assassinate since I don't know if that'll come back again. Other minions will come back. Some are better, some worse, but not a lot of Assassinates are going to show up. The Prophet is pretty cool. I do like the Prophet. If you can get him in your starting hand, that's like a cheap 4-drop on a later turn, which, as a rogue, you like cheap spells too. You hang on to him long enough, use him to trigger combo on something expensive, but Fossilized Devilsaur would be a slightly more manageable, still 1/1 per mana like this dumbass, but if I happen to get a beast somehow, it would get taunt, in which case it's actually pretty good. Let's go Devilsaur for the size. I do not know why my client is operating so incredibly slowly. Flame Juggler is very good. Noitron is also very good. Let's take the Flame Juggler. A little bit more aggressive early gaminess. Noitron works pretty well early game too, but definitely more aggressive. Gang Up is a really weird card to take in the arena. Like, just an investment in time, you lose pace, like you may or may not ever see those things again. Better off taking minions. I don't like Silvermoon Guardian very much, but there he is. Comes with a bubble, he'll like do stuff. I don't find the Ghoul. I probably should have taken the Ghoul anyway, but yeah. Either way, kind of both blow. Psychotron is okay. I've been taking him a lot, not necessarily because I think he's really good. Shadow Strike is pretty good. Only works on undamaged, but you can blow up a lot of minions that 5 damage or less. Dark Iron Dwarf is super good, though. We're going to take that. Yeah, you guys are not super good, so, I don't know, Farseer. Cost 3, whatever. Unearthed Raptor is pretty cool. Do I have any Death Rattles yet? I should probably try and get some. Oh my god, the mouse over is not even triggering. Well, I'm looking at my guys. I have Undercity Huckster's Death Rattle, so that's not the worst. Plus, he's a 3/4 for 3. You can't go wrong with him anyway. Morgor's Champion is terribad. Shiv is okay. I think I'll take the Evil Heckler. He is the last laugh. I don't like you guys that much. Pit Snake might kill something good. Who knows? He might just die because he's 1 mana, but he was a 2/1 for 1, so he wasn't like a horrible investment for a 1-drop anyway. Sheepsplosion, random. I have the Fossilized Devilsaur. That makes beasts just slightly less bad, so let's take that. Ironbeak Owl is so expensive, but it's also another beast, and Silence is a good power to have. Ringleader could be strong. Now, am I gonna? Do I have many cheap cards, or am I just counting a thing? Spellbreaker is pretty damn good. He compares very favorably to the Owl. 1 more mana, and he is much larger. Just not a beast. Ringleader can be strong, but am I going to get that to work? Let's take the more long-term prospect there. Then the Shadow Strike. I would have a fair number of cards for blowing up minions, which is good. For blowing up mid-sized, or in the case of the Assassinate, any size. South Sea Squidface is really good, though. 4/4 for 4. Giving your weapon +2 attack, you just try and make sure you have a weapon. You're going to get at least 1, maybe 2 hits out of that, usually. That's so good, but I think I like the ability to blow things up, even though I could get screwed if they take damage. Let's take the Azure Drake here. Another draw. Bog Creeper is pretty sweet. Shield. I don't have as many big guys as medium guys, so let's go with that. Journey Below is interesting. Iron Sensei, I have not been choosing the mechs. I have had access to a number of mechs, haven't taken them, so that particular choice is kind of like out. Cut Purse, I mean, getting those extra coins is sweet. He does have to live to do it. See, this guy, same cost, same not great stats, but like okay stats, except his job is to die. As long as he dies, you get something. Whereas this guy, in order to get anything, he has to not just not die, he has to actually get through an attack. I'm going to take Journey Below because that's pretty flexible and it might give me more choices for my Unearthed Raptor, which is kind of a poor reason, except that now I have 2 Unearthed Raptors. Slightly less poor reason. This could have been made cheaper by that Bilge idiot or whatever that I haven't been taking, but Loot Hoarder, more card draw, Mech Warper, I don't have the mechs. I have a lot of 2-cost guys, a fair number of things that give me cards. Evolved Kobold, the only things I have that do damage are the Shadow Strikes, which can't target my opponent. Well, they can actually technically can target the opposing hero if I've done no damage to them and they've done no damage themselves. Yeah, you're not very good. Let's take the Warden. I don't have a lot of taunts. He's pretty good. I like Spider Tank, but Betrayal could be pretty sweet. I mean, you ought to be able to kill one thing with a Betrayal, but sometimes it's just amazing. Other times it's not. I do have 3 things for killing minions already. Do I maybe just need more Spider Tanks for fighting? Betrayal deal with things of different sizes. Well, I guess I'll take the mechanic. It's not great. Okay, now I wish, that other time that I had it hard, I wish I'd taken the Squid Face instead of the Shadow Strike, because Squid Face is better than either of these 2 guys, probably. And Corsair is just a Grizzly Bear for me, because I have no way to increase my weapons, so he's just usually going to be a 3-3 taunt for 3, or I could get a 2-4 taunt for 3, which is probably slightly better. Let's just take another Shadow Strike, because those guys are depressing. Eviscerate, that is very good. Buccaneer, I could actually have a bigger weapon. And this guy can be strong. I really don't have a lot in that 5-cost range. I have a lot of cheap guys, actually. Not like one drops, but I'm not... Thing is, this guy's an abnormally good 1-drop, right? He is actually super good for a rogue. Like, turn 3, you drop him, give yourself a fresh 2-attack weapon, that's pretty good. Not, like, overpowering, but strong. This guy, you gotta kind of work to get him to work. But he does do a lot. And I do maybe need some power here. I'm going to take the Buccaneer and hope I get something big and good. Muko's Champion is pretty good, but I'm not likely to have that many guys. Eviscerate is strong. We'll take that. Auto Barber, more weapon boosting. I guess we're taking him. Spellbreaker. I'm better off with this guy, I think. Wow, my deck's going to be all Unearthed Raptors and no Death Rattles to steal, but it looks like that's what I got. I would have liked one more big fat thing. I do not have enough of those, but... I ended up with a large, for the arena, a reasonably large number of spells for killing minions, and in particular medium to large minions. So, that's interesting. And I have a few cards that actually draw cards. I wish I had more like Death Rattle things to power my surprising army of raptors. What the hell happened there? I don't know. I blame Star-Lord. But, I don't know. Maybe I'll journey from below something amazing and then just like raptor, raptor, raptor. That's never going to happen. Other things are never going to happen. Apparently, finding an opponent. It's going super slow ever since I started recording, and I don't know why, but it's not helpful. It's just forcing me to stretch. Stretch. Mage. Everyone loves mages, except me, and everyone else.
You asked for it. Watch your...
First turn journey from below, not that bad. The rest of this stuff, not good. I have a lot of cheap things in my deck. I want to try and get some of those cheaper things. Oh, God. I have so many things that cost less than 4. This is, I guess, like a number of them are not minions, but this is still very annoying. That's an interesting choice. I could get a death rattle that would let me hose my raptors. This guy is actually... These guys both have good death rattles to copy, if that were to come up. He's bigger. His toxin cards are way more powerful than spare parts. Well, okay. They're, on average, more powerful than the average spare part. I shouldn't say way more powerful. Some spare parts are crazy good. Do I really want him? He gives me 2 of those. He gives me the +2 to my weapon. Let's take the legendary because he's legendary. I really am not sure which is better there. Probably the other guy, but I know he could give me... There's one that does like 2 or 3 damage. It's just like... That's really good. There's one that's just like draw a card, so I get like a real card for it, which is also good. Opponent hasn't done anything yet. I do have a raptor to use with him. The thing is, I could coin out the raptor now with no ability, and then I would have a raptor. Or I could make a dagger this turn, stab for 1. Next turn I could coin... Eviscerate if I really had to. Mostly coin this guy. Let's try and do that. I shouldn't get cute like this. I should really probably just put out the raptor. But it's like I can get another toxin card out of my raptor if I do it this way, assuming I don't get completely screwed by my opponent's play. That's pretty rough, and he does beat this guy's pants off. So this isn't going to do much better, though. Let's just coin him out. Follow the plan. Deal 2 damage. That's pretty good. I don't want to attack yet with my dagger. I really don't want to spend mana on it next turn if I can avoid it. So next turn I could go Raptor and this, because this guy's not going to survive. Yeah, ow. Or just spend a flame cannon on his 2 hit points. A little surprising. I mean, you get damage out of that guy, but turn a friendly minion to your hand, it costs 2 less. It's not one of the better ones. Now I'm going to have nothing for my Raptors to do. Can't really blow him up with that. I mean, I could, if I did something cheap, I could eviscerate. So I could, like, do 2 damage to my opponent and eviscerate him, but that's my whole turn for that. So let's do this instead. I am taking a beating here, though. We both had a slow start, but I made mine slower than it had to be. I really should have just coined out the Raptor. That was silliness trying to get cute. If I'd really thought about it, it's like he has 2 hit points, and this guy was out there. I knew he wasn't going to survive long enough for me to copy it, so why do it that way? I don't know.
Can I light your fire?
Just not thinking. Well, at least I can stab your guy now. Hooray. Stab your guy now, hooray. I don't really want this card yet. I could... I don't have a... Yeah, it's not ideal. I want to eviscerate that guy. I do kind of want to Fire Bloom Toxin him. Do I play this guy with nothing to buff? It seems terrible, but... Otherwise, you know, we're going to spend one of these guys with nothing for their power, because their power is less important. We are going to blow this guy up, though. I don't really have a shortage of things for blowing guys up, in theory. In fact, in my hand, I have an Assassinate and an Eviscerate. I should be able to kill some shit. Kill some shit. There's some shit. So I could just +2 my guy and trade that. I probably will do that, because I can save for stuff for other things. I am down on health, so I gotta keep doing stuff for my opponent. I mean, I gotta keep doing stuff to keep the board clear. I am up on cards. Some of those one of those cards is poison, but not like one of the better toxins, but I might get some use out of it. It is like, it costs 1, so it's actually worse than, just flat out worse than Shadow Step, but it still would allow me to get an extra card out of him, or do silence 2 things, or something.
Can I light your fire?
Yeah. You have a lot of those guys, and it's starting to get annoying. I Could kill him with this guy and then bounce him. That seems a little bit sad, but could play Gigantor here. He's not terrible. Let's do that. He's fairly large. Opponent doesn't have that much stuff to kill his butt with. He'll get frozen, but like I can live with frozen. I could have tried to silence him, but I wasn't going to do as much with my turn if I did that. So I like this plan.
Do you need
in theory. I like that plan less. I will admit that plan is less optimal. You really should have killed the sheep with him. I mean, sorry, like, yeah, just probably leave the sheep. You traded this guy to kill my thing, kept your guy at full health. That's just me. You see your hand, I don't see your hand, so maybe you're doing stuff that makes more sense. Whatever. How am I gonna do this? I could draw a card from him and then probably just play a raptor. That is not ideal. I could just non-combo Eviscerate and blow him up if I wanted to. Then he'd be gone. I can stab her to death. That's fine. I could just play multiple things.
So many options.
Could play this and a raptor.
Choose soup. Here we go. Choose soup.
Opponent only has 5 damage on the table. Well, I mean 6 with Firebolt, and for purposes of killing my guys. But for purposes of killing me, not a horrendous amount of damage. I still have all the good killing in my hand.
Join or die.
That's pretty terrible because my current advantage was having more cards. Now I will not have more cards. You could trade your 2 guys to kill my bird, and I don't know if you want to trade your 2 guys to kill my bird though. You're hesitant to do that, aren't you? Yeah. You would get 2 cards back, but you would have a lot less in play. Okay. Well, you don't have that much in play, so it could have been worse. Sounds like I still got to deal with him. I might want to just like eviscerate his face. Let's draw a card and then decide. Ooh. That's not bad. Yeah, so we're going to blow him up anyway, just in case. I was going to make a dagger, but now I'm going to do this. You can't shoot the taunt and shoot one of my 4 hit point guys to finish him with your 3 guy. Now, of course, I could get Flame Striked or any AoE at any time that would crush my crappy force right now. Hoping you play a really, really expensive minion that doesn't do something at the end of your turn or when it comes into play.
Can I light your fire?
God damn it. So many of those guys. Like, he is common, but, like, god damn it. It's not helping. Really bad. Like, that's not a bad thing to draw overall, but situation is not good. Stab this guy. He can stop some stuff. Is it worth bouncing this guy to replay him to get back 3 health for all that mana? Because I can just play one of these other guys. He's going to get shot. Of course, this is putting out another 1 hit point guy, too. So you can't shoot them all, sort of theory. I guess we'll do that. I don't know. If I get AoE'd again, then I'm really going to regret it. Like a Flame Strike, that would be really bad compared to reusing the same guy. Uh-oh. Oh, that's terrible. I mean, I can assassinate him, but that's still terrible for me. Oh, you don't have the mana to shoot this guy. Okay, it could be worse. I mean, it's not good. At all. Remotely. I gotta do this because I am not in control of this situation. Wouldn't have been my choice, but, yeah. Like, silencing that doesn't matter. It's the fact that I'm wasting his silence just to get out another minion on the board. And my opponent has more cards now because that stupid cult dick. It doesn't look like I'm winning this one, although I have reduced the life gap significantly. Opponent has a much better hero power, especially when we're at 10 mana, so the fact that mine's more mana efficient is irrelevant. And I use all my good stuff. If you have one more really big minion like that, I'm screwed. Hey, look at that. One more really big minion. Exactly like that. What a shock. Technically, I could stab that, take the 9 damage, but get it dead. Seems like an awful, awful plan. But this can get shot any time.
I wonder.
I have to play him first. And then this will be 4, 5, 6. That's so terrible. But I am going to do it because that thing on the board is going to screw me. Just because that's how bad the situation is. Now I can be fireballed at any time. Even a tiny, like, 3 damage spell would be enough to kill me before I can kill her. Just shooting me every turn.
You want it?
I have to do something else. Oh, I'm sure she won't discover a spell that will kill me out of that, given that I just said a Frostbolt would be plenty. Like, a Frostbolt, I still wouldn't win the race. And that's assuming she couldn't get a good one that would actually kill me. Oh, by drawing 4 main spells, 3 of which are random, 1 is not as random. This guy might have been good at some point in history, but not now.
Final game.
Here we go.
Of course, I've got nothing. This poison has been completely useless. I apparently really should have used it just to get 3 hit points back on that raptor, but whatever. I think I traded that raptor favorably anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. Oh, look at that! Turns out getting 4 random spells gave you enough to do 6 damage. I would have been much better off, though. This guy could have eaten 1 turn of the worm. I still would have had no solution to it. I would have been in the same boat. Opponent drew a billion cards, so... did not get my early game stuff early in the game. So... I did screw up that start. I did it wrong. I shouldn't have tried to get cute there. That was a big mistake. I'm not sure if I would have recovered without that, but I certainly would have been in a better position. We'll just have to try and do better next time. If you like this, please click the eponymous button. And don't forget to subscribe to Demonet Games for more Hearthstone Arena and other gaming videos.